you're saying it'd be weird to have a bookcase for my video games?
Look, I'm not saying it's weird, I'm just saying it'd be really fucking impractical to have something that big in your fucking room, mate.
What's that supposed to mean?
I guess you could always put your games under your bed or something.
No, I'm not gonna put my video games under my bed.
Well, why fucking not? It's where you keep your books, isn't it?
Well, the difference is I'm more likely to use my video games, so the hassle to get them out just becomes ridiculous and redundant.
And cramming a bookcase into your room isn't.
Whatever, I have a review to finish anyway.
Ooh, are you gonna review The Crow?
I don't know, when are we gonna review Spirit of Vengeance?
You're a pain in my fucking dick, you know that?
And fuck you too. Now then, Dante. Who the fuck is this asshole? Hello YouTube, I'm Darkest101, and can someone explain to me why I'm playing a Devil May Cry game as Cloud from Final Fantasy VII? Devil May Cry 4, the game that made me sick. Or was it coincidence that I went into those weird fever dreams after playing this game for a bit? I don't know. Anyway, this game is the last of the original Devil May Cry saga made by Capcom, and as with the way it always goes, this is the best! I'm not kidding, by the way, guys. This is genuinely the best Devil May Cry game. Okay, first off, who the flying fuck is this asshole? Seriously, who is this? This is Devil May Cry. The fuck am I playing here? Where's Dante? Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce Nero. Well, for the majority of this game, you actually play as Nero, Dante's nephew. Who the flying fuck Virgil must have banged in his time is anyone's guess, but whatever. Now, initially I was rather confused by the fact that Dante wasn't a playable character until over halfway through the game, but then I figured it out. Capcom changed up the game by allowing you to play as Nero, which added a whole lot of variety to the series. It allowed players who might have gotten a little bored with the games at this point to have a fresh new take on with Nero. Not only this, but playing as Nero has another effect. It makes you miss playing as Dante. It makes you miss his cool, no shits given attitude, his savvy with the sword and his skilled gunplay. He can't grab things like Nero can, he doesn't have the same number of combos with Rebellion as Nero does with the Red Queen, but Dante has more guns and more weapons, which makes the variety in his gameplay even more amazing. Nero's a fun character to play as, don't get me wrong, but something about Dante's character just makes playing as him so much more enjoyable. Look at this motherfucker, a man just died in his arms and he's just like, motherfucker got fairy dust on my gloves. Although to be perfectly honest, have you ever tried getting fairy dust out of good leather? It's harder to get out than fucking blood. Don't ask how I know that. The game looks amazing too. It's incredible how the jump between console generations bumped the graphics up such an amazing degree. It's not quite God of War 3, but I really should stop comparing games to God of War 3, shouldn't I? You know what, who gives a shit? God of War 3 is just too fucking awesome. Bottom line, this game looks incredible. And as always, the combat is very slick and easy to control. In fact, it's easier than the previous installments, which makes this game more enjoyable. Some of the puzzles, if you can call them that, are a bit tedious to solve because of these bloody gyro blades, but whatever. The puzzles are few and far between after all. What makes this game even longer, however, is just how confusing some of the map layouts can be. Just like playing this game can get so confusing if you forget which way you're meant to be going, which I guess adds to that feeling of adventure, but too much or whatever. In terms of character, I've already said I prefer Dante because of his no shit given attitude. Nero's a bit of a whiny son of a bitch, a bit too like a hormonal teenager. And then there's this sort of teenage romance thing going on between him and this girl called Kyrie, which is really strange. It just always struck me that Devil May Cry doesn't really need any subplots. I mean, It's got its own complex narrative. It doesn't need to dedicate any more time to subplots relating to romance. The main plot is that Diro works for a religious organization named the Order of the Sword, who worship the legendary Dark Knight. Oh my god, if that were the case, someone make this entire franchise so much more amazing. No, I meant the legendary Dark Knight Sparta, aka Dante's dad. And speaking of Dante, he drops in through the roof and kills practically everyone, including Sanctus, who I guess is this sort of religion's pope. I mean, they do call him His Holiness. Actually, I don't even care if he's a pope or not. Dante just executed a religious leader. Drinks all round, people. Virgil is sent after Dante to bring him to justice. However, as he races around, he comes across hell gates that allow big badass demons to come through and cause havoc. While Virgil can fight these monsters, he's unable to finish them off before they can escape back into the demon realm. As he continues through his quest to find Dante, he comes across Agnus, a weird-ass man who stutters worse than Professor Quirrell and looks like someone crossed the Hunchback of Notre Dame with Grimer Wormtongue to make the world's closest representation of my night terrors. Fever dreams and crack cocaine. Never gonna mix those two again. This is my favourite boss battle in the entire game, by the way, because quite literally, Nero has to beat up... Are you ready for this? This is gonna blow your fucking mind. Nero has to fight a window. Not even kidding. This entire boss fight is Nero kicking the crap out of a piece of glass. The third boss in this game is a piece of glass. According to Devil May Cry 4, this would be a double boss battle. I love how Capcom has upped the ante in this game. So, Nero, after fighting the window, finds Virgil's old sword, the Yamato, snapped into two pieces and being experimented on by Agnus. It turns out, however, that the Order has been messing about with demons and turning themselves into angels or something like that. To be perfectly honest, I'm not even clear on the plot. I played this game while drunk. In fact, I played all the Devil May Cry games while drunk, ever since Devil May Cry 3. Dying isn't such a bitch when you're smashed. So, Nero tapped into his demonic heritage and repairs Yamato, and uses the sword to escape Agnus and continue his quest to hunt down Dante. Which is odd because Agnus totally revealed all of the Order's secrets to him and somehow he still thinks Dante is the enemy. Hey, Nero's a teenager, we can cut him a little slack. Maybe he had Kyrie on the brain. I mean, teenagers do some pretty stupid shit when they're focusing on that ass. So Nero ends up fighting Credo, Kyrie's older brother, because for some reason the Pope guy wants him. Oh, and the Pope guy isn't dead yet because Agnus turned him into an angel already. It's weird. People hate Digimon Data Squad, and yet I can still see the sort of niggling influences it had, even on Devil May Cry. Kyrie is kidnapped by Agnus, so Credo and Nero both head after her. Nero is interrupted, however, by the arrival of Dante, who demands Nero hand him Yamato. Nero refuses, and Dante kicks his ass. However, instead of taking Yamato back from Nero, Dante decides to let him keep it, as he lets Nero go to fight Sanctus. Nero loses and is put into the body of a giant demon called the Savior, who spends his time blasting the people it's meant to save. Saviors. They're all just fucking assholes. As Agnus uses Yamato to open the portal to the demon realm once more, it's here that Dante enters the picture as he follows the Savior back to civilization. Along the way, he kills time by killing the demons that Nero defeated earlier and wrecking house while he does it, closing and destroying each Hellgate as he does so, until he finally reclaims Yamato. The Hellgate then is destroyed, and Dante heads off to kill the Savior and save Nero, which he does in a fashion that only Dante can achieve.
Even Yamato is powerless in opposition to the Savior. If the exterior is solid...
by breaking the laws of physics. Nero wakes up inside the Saviour and fights Sanctus again, who was taken in the power of the Saviour, and still has Kyrie captive. Nero, however, kicks his ass and escapes with Kyrie. Nero then rips the Saviour's face off, Dante buggers off, which makes me wonder why he was in this game for such a short time, and then demons interrupt Nero and Kyrie as they're about to have a kiss. And that, I guess guys, is Devil May Cry 4. I stand by what I said. This is the best in the series. While I might think that Nero's a bit too whiny, I can't deny that the gameplay is top notch, Dante is on point throughout the game, and given the easy difficulty, I was actually able to enjoy this game a lot more. The only problem I'd really have with this game is the fact that Dante is in it for such a short time. It feels like he's a side character in his own game, appearing for brief cutscenes and being playable for less than half the experience. I know I said that playing as Nero added some variety, but you had to leave Dante out of the game for so long. Just like Dante made this game so much more enjoyable, why can't I play him for more of the game? Despite my complaints, I'll take Devil May Cry 4 for what it is. This game offered a breath of fresh air into the franchise. It offered us some cool boss battles, save for the fucking window one, some cool new weapons, and just a cool game in general. Is it better than Devil May Cry 3? Honestly, I'd say it is, simply because the easy difficulty made it more enjoyable, and that I wasn't sent back to the beginning of a mission every time I lost a boss battle, because quite frankly, I didn't lose a boss battle in this game. The easy difficulty, new ideas and gameplay mechanics thrown into the game, and just overall kick-ass factor, getting Devil May Cry 4 a dark rating of 88.
That's a solid performance for an old fart like you.
Hope you guys enjoyed another Darkest101 review. Have a suggestion for my next one, please drop it in the comment section below. But as always, I've been Darkest101. You have been watching Darkest101 Reviews. Thanks for watching. Good night, YouTube.